Welcome. I've been watching for a very, very long time. And tonight, you and we are going to descend down into the abyss itself, to a stage set in shadow, to witness a bargain that will echo through eternity.
I want you to imagine a place where light comes to die, where time itself is trapped. This isn't just some dark cave, this is Tartarus, covered in a shifting dust of ash hues. And there, before three thrones carved from burning obsidian, stands a single, solitary figure, a seeker who has walked willingly into the mouth of hell.
So, who is this brave or foolish figure? That is Caduceus, a scholar of the demonic arts. But you have to understand, he hasn't come here to pray. He hasn't come to worship. Oh no, he's come to demand the forbidden knowledge of Mount Hermon, the kind of dangerous secrets that once brought gods to their knees.
Now you gotta look closely at the staff he's carrying. It's not just a walking stick, it's his entire philosophy, right there in his hand. That rod in the middle, that represents the logic of zero. It's cold, hard reality, a truth that strips away every illusion, every bit of pride. And the two snakes wrapped around it, well, that's the other side of the coin. That's the sorcery of the blood, the wild, chaotic, untamable fire of life itself.
So you see, Caduceus doesn't approach these ancient powers with his head bowed. He strikes the ground with his staff, and the sound just seems to eat the very air. This isn't a plea, it's a direct challenge.
He wants their most dangerous secret of all. He calls it the uncanny hook. He wants to literally break down his own being, to liquefy the soul, as he puts it, so he can rebuild himself from scratch, more powerful than before. He's trying to seize what he calls the spirit of becoming, the raw power to forge your own destiny. It's the ultimate act of creation, born from total self-destruction.
And on the central throne, Samyaza, the leader of these fallen watchers, finally responds. His voice, it sounds like rocks grinding together, filled with the weariness of an eternity in damnation. He looks at Caduceus and sees, well, he sees a ghost of his former self. He sees the exact same trap he fell into eons ago.
And this right here, this is the whole game, the absolute heart of the conflict. On one side, you have the Grigori's path. They traded their spirit of becoming for the spirit of gravity, the crushing weight of earthly desire, of flesh, and of tragedy. It led to their fall. On the other side, you have Caduceus. He thinks he can use their knowledge to do the exact opposite, to ascend. They see history repeating itself. He sees a chance to perfect their mistake.
Samyaza just gestures to his left, and from the deepest shadows, the first witness steps forward. This is Gadriel, the one who taught humanity the fine art of destroying itself. He is, quite literally, negation given form.
Now listen to what he boasts about. It's not just simple violence. No. He gave humanity a far more elegant poison, the intellectual tools to tear down everything they build, to turn their greatest gift, their reason, into a weapon against themselves.
And just look at his list of so-called gifts. Sure, there's the obvious stuff, the arts of war, making better weapons. But the real masterstroke? He taught them how to overcomplicate their own misery. He gave them philosophies that turned their entire world into a giant smoldering courtroom made of ash.
Next, Samyaza gestures to his right. Another figure emerges, holding a strange, translucent mirror. This is Azazel. And if Gadriel is all about quick, fiery destruction, Azazel, well, he prefers a slow, beautiful kind of rot. He's the architect of the gilded cage.
And here's the key to understanding his particular brand of evil. Azazel's mirrors aren't for seeing who you really are. They're designed to help you build a beautiful lie. They reflect the carefully curated facade you want the world to see, while the rot deep inside just continues to grow in the dark.
His tools are just insidious. Cosmetics for the soul to paint over any moral ugliness. He gave them holy robes to make corruption look pious. And his masterpiece? Gilded prisons of vanity. Cages so beautiful, so ornate, that the prisoners never even realize they're trapped by their own reflection.
So, Caduceus has heard these two grim tales of ruin. Is he shaken? Not one bit. He strikes his staff again, and his voice rings out. He's not afraid of their warnings, of their mental traps. He's here to formally accept the challenge. He's ready to walk that tightrope over oblivion.
And that's it. The challenge is accepted. The wager is on.
The three Watchers lean forward on their thrones, and you can just feel the air in Tartarus get heavy, charged with the finality of a contract being sealed in hellfire.
The terms are laid out with a truly chilling simplicity. First, they'll give him the knowledge he craves. Second, the entire world becomes his personal laboratory. Third, the deal is final, absolute. And fourth, well, there's always a fourth step, isn't there? The collection.
Gadriel leans in, his voice like a dry hiss, reminding the scholar exactly what he's getting into. This isn't some business deal you can renegotiate. This is an irreversible change to the very fiber of his being. It's signed in blood.
And then, Azazel delivers the final brutal twist, the true price. See, they don't just want his soul. That's too simple. They want the very things he believes make him strong, his sharp intellect, his driving vanity, and the towering pride that allowed him to stand before them in the first place. They're coming for the spoils of his arrogance.
And with the terms set, Samyaza just waves him away. Dismissed. Caduceus is cast out of Tartarus. He's no longer a seeker, he's now an experiment. He's sent out into the world, the city of Ashus, to begin his trial, all while the Watchers look on from their eternal prison.
And that's where we're left, watching alongside them. It all boils down to this one haunting question. When you're willing to bet your very self for the sake of knowledge, are you really the master, or have you just become another fascinating specimen in an ancient, timeless collection of fallen souls?